I'm Sharon Porter. I am the Senior Vice President of Public Relations for Enlivian, formerly the Charlotte Housing Authority. And today in our LIV TV chat, we have Miss Aisha Struthers, who's the Executive Director of the Greater Steps Scholarship, which is formerly the Charlotte Housing Authority Scholarship Fund. So I guess we've all been through some name changing.
Yeah.
So tell us, I could go into why we changed our name, but tell us, why did you guys decide to change your name?
We realized that our former name might have been limiting our audiences and the opportunity to increase the engagement. We needed a name that kind of captured the hope and determination and the bright future that's possible when you have the access to these funds, the mentorship that we provide, and the support that is needed for many of our students who are pursuing a college education.
Let's talk about the history, the rich history that exists between our two organizations.
Well, you know, our beginnings came from a former employee of Enlivian, and Dr. John T. Crawford. He was the youth services director. You know, he came up with the program. He went out and started soliciting funds from, you know, folks in the community. We've given scholarships to 940 students to date. Our mission remains the same, and that's to provide every child living in Charlotte subsidized housing an opportunity for and an expectation of a college education. We're unique in that we don't limit our scholarships to just students who are, first going into college. So, you know, if a student is currently in college or pursuing some other, vocational certificate, they can still apply for the scholarship.
Congratulations to the organization for over 900 students being served. Not only our residents go on to be leaders in our community, but they're also students, right? So yes. We know Chris Moxley, who is one of the co-owners of the 704 shop, and he went on to University of Charlotte, graduated with honors. We have No Limit Larry, right? Of the Morning Madhouse. I have met doctors. I have met nurses that if it were not for this opportunity, from the now Greater Steps organization, they wouldn't have had the opportunity or the support. Let's talk about why now more than ever is these opportunities for education are important.
You know, we're working, and we've been working and doing the work of increasing and improving our students' economic mobility. And as we discussed already, we have so many students that are success stories, not just, the ones that we can say, hey, Chris Moxley and Larry Mims, while they're notable, we have students, I consider students that complete the program are able to, thrive and get that career and do better for themselves and move on to other, areas of their life and be able to help their family out. That's a success story, the fact that they're able to achieve that. But also, you're talking about COVID and frontline workers. We have several students that are in the healthcare field, graduates, students that are currently pursuing, their degree in nursing, their medical degree. I think all of our students are eligible for the Pell Grant, and that's important. That is those are additional funds that they can receive to help aid their college or post-secondary education experience and journey. So
let me ask you a question here. Do you help students and families navigate that? I mean, listen, my mom didn't go to college. And so it was, I suspect, overwhelming for her on some level, having to navigate, and you just don't always know what to do. Do you guys help with that?
We do. We have, and we work with Enlivian to do that. So we do, in pre-COVID times, we would host little, workshops, in person, and we would work with them that way. Now, we have a program coordinator, D. Rankin. He helps really a lot of students, working through the application. I know he did a workshop with Enlivian to, kind of go through the steps, how, here's the application, how do you get to it? What do you need to do? Just step by step, in order for students to understand.
Talk about the mentors that you provide to your students once they get in.
So yes, thank you for bringing that up, because we brought this program on with the mentorship I want to say about close to 5 years ago, because we did notice that this was a gap that wasn't filled. We wanted to make sure that the students, number one, had encouragement to go forward, because 91% of our students are first generation. We wanted to put that mentor in place to help them navigate those issues as well. But even more importantly, we saw a need to kind of match students up with mentors that were in the field that they were studying or they intended to study, because that could help them, work through internships, obtaining internships, networking, those types of skills that our students don't have access to.
I know what mentors did for me in my life, right?
Yeah.
And while I had an amazing mom, there's only so far she could take me. You can never have too many great mentors. No. That's just, but let's put up your contact information on how people can get in contact with you.
Awesome. So we have it right there. You can reach out to us by calling 704-973-4567. Our website is www.greatersteps.org. You can go to the website. You can find the information for the application, as well as other information about mentoring, donating. We are individual private contributions run. So anything that will help us kind of get to that point, make sure that we can provide students for another 40 years with scholarships and mentor services, and also career skill workshops that we provide to students. I know I saw our socials up there. So here are our socials. We're on Facebook.
Yes, Facebook, Instagram,
and
YouTube. Pardon my eyes. Can't see it all the way. YouTube.
We'll be looking to, have a stronger presence on LinkedIn as well. We have one now, but we're going to work on strengthening that. But those are some great ways that you can engage with us now.